Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA playoffs, and we've got some great series going on, especially out west. This one we're diving into right now, Denver at Portland. We've got Portland as home favorites here. -4, total is 227.5, and we've seen Portland as underdogs in this series already. They were 8.5-point dogs in the first one, taking an L in that one, and then game two, 1-point favorites, game three, 2-point favorites, and now the line is all the way to 4 because they're back at home, I would presume. We've got Ross Benjamin here to break this one all down for us. Always great insight from Ross. Ross, initial thoughts on Nuggets and Blazers?
Sort of a zigzag going on here, and that's the direction I'm going to go. Portland takes game one, 123-109, as you alluded to, as an underdog, and then game two, Denver bounces back 128-109.
Oh, I read that wrong. I am so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I flipped it.
Yeah.
My apologies,
Yep.
guys.
So this is game three of the series, and you're right, Portland is at home. The other part of the equation here is that Portland's been pretty good at home, 4-0 in their last 4 at home. Here's the thing, Portland coming off a loss. This is a team that's 11-3 in their last 14 games, including the first 2 games of this series. And they've gone 3-0 straight up in ATS in their last 3 following a loss, winning by better than 24 points per game. I'm not suggesting they're going to win by that size in this contest, but what I am suggesting is this is a team that's not only been winning, but they've been resilient after a loss. And I just think that they've played the better basketball down the stretch than Denver has in the big picture. And I think this is one of those games where Denver is going to sorely miss Jamal Murray and his 21 points per game. Remember, this is a guy that topped the 40-point barrier 3 times in the playoffs in the bubble a season ago. And I think this is one of those situations they're going to wish they had him on the road here. I like the Portland Trail Blazers here, Chelsa, -4 over Denver.
Yeah, now I'm embarrassed that I got that flipped. But
No.
yeah, I think the bottom line for me is Jokic can't do it all. Some games he does. Some games he puts up incredible stats and he makes all the shots. But I think in the long run, he can't do it all for Denver. And I will say Portland has done a pretty solid job against what I think is the MVP of the league. So I think, what are some of the other factors you're looking at, or what are some things you think bettors should know before betting on this one?
Well, it's always, I like good guard play when it comes to playoff action. And when you got 2 of the best, or let me put it this way, you have probably, if not the best, one of the 2 best guard tandems in the league when they're healthy and playing together in Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And we saw what Lillard did in the previous game. I think he had 31 in the first half, but he didn't get much help. But when both of those guys are on, it makes it awful difficult for the opposition. I think they'll both be on their A game here at home. And again, the loss of Jamal Murray, I can't understate it enough. In the long run, that's going to catch up to him, Chelsa.
Yeah, and I think he was so electric in the playoffs last season. I believe it was against the Jazz. Those two going back and forth as far as scoring goes, because that's the thing.
Donovan
I think they're
Mitchell,
just really – yeah, they're really missing his scoring potential because Jokic, as good as he is down low, Portland has the guys that can make the threes. This is a team that's really good from beyond the arc, and when they're firing on all cylinders from three-point range, it's really hard to keep up offensively. And so one other point I'd like to bring up, all 3 games have gone over. Do you have any leanings on a total here?
Actually, they only played 2 games in the series. The last 3 meetings have all gone over.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have a lean, but I would tend to agree with you that if you put the proverbial gun to my head, I would go with the over. Yes.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on if the shots are falling for Portland. Because as I mentioned, I don't want to say they live and die by the 3, but they are a very good 3-point shooting team, number 4 in the NBA in 3-point percentage. So if that's going their way, it's hard to not like the points here. That's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Ross Benjamin. As always, Ross, thanks for joining us. All right, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to be notified every time we post a new video or go live, just hit that bell and turn on notifications.